of, you know, you got Luke Skywalker doing the voices for the Batman animated series, at least. But I don't know the rest. I'm not super into movies trivia and stuff. You know, Kevin? No, I really don't know Kevin Conroy. I guess I don't know any. I know about nothing about movies other than the existence of them. So I'm not like a big buff on any of it. Conroy's voice, though. Yeah, I don't know. What I thought that was Mark Hamill that did the animated series Batman. Whatever, I don't fucking know. Oh, he was the Joker. All right, the Batman though is different. Yeah, all right. I would recognize Kevin Conroy's voice, but not him. Not his name. That is. But yeah, yeah. Batman's voice is excellent. That is for sure. Watch the video and be educated. Is that? Yeah. So he's talking about Batman versus Superman and how audiences relate to Batman because he's in a world of superhumans. He's the only dude that is a regular dude. I like the line, "What's your superpower?" "I'm rich." I'm just like, that's not entirely true. Like if Batman was poor as shit, he'd still he'd still be able to kick everybody's ass. Like he'd be like the primitive technology Batman. I would actually watch primitive technology Batman. That would be amazing. Where instead of using like a super amazing Batmobile, he's got like the Bat copter made of like sticks and palm fronds and shit. Be like, hey, that would be great. All right, so we want the stage UI options to actually be effective. So where do we get the UI options? We need the actual current game stage. So we have the state data. Let's see under game utils what we actually have. Get current stage. And then do we have a stage change? Like we have when our game state changes, which should actually work, so. Yeah, we'll set our visibility to collapsed. Alright. Alright, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to see if we should show the left score and show right score. So let's snag these. Steampunk Lovecraftian Batman special comic book by Mike. Oh, that's pretty bad. Nice. I mean, basically the Batman thing about him being so amazing all the time and all that bullshit is the same as that like super intelligent snail sort of shit. The idea is basically just you can win against anything as long as you have a good plan, which is I think appeals to a lot of people because the idea of, you know, it's the same thing with like Captain Kirk and the no-win situation sort of thing. Like, no, there's always a way to win. We gotta figure it out. We gotta do our thing. I mean, nobody likes a story where somebody could have won but completely fucked it up unless they are wanting to watch a movie about self-destruction. It's just not a very motivating, sort of compelling thing. So there was this really smart, intelligent guy, and then, like, he didn't show up for class and did a shitty job on everything and ended up being a poor reject and, you know, a drug addict and on the streets. And then his story of redemption is, well, eventually he dies. It's just like, oh, well, this movie was dark. Alright, so if we go to the missions, and we go to these guys, if we go to the stages, we go to UI options, show all the scores. Awesome. So let's go to, yeah, let's show left score is false on this guy, on the score goals. So let's see how that works. Batman character is completely broken. Bruce Wayne as alter ego Batman. Sacrifice. He has no social life apart from him. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that movie is basically Requiem for a Dream, right? Everything bad happens and shit goes to hell. But, you know, the message is, you know, hey kids, don't do drugs. You might think everything's okay, but then, you know, bad shit happens and you're going to have to chop your arm off, and if you're black, you're fucked because you'll be thrown in a southern jail where a bunch of racist cops will put you to work on modern day slave plantations. Alright, so we got some options there for our clock, so we can show, you know, just our red goals. Cool. That is excellent. And let's make sure that it actually works with our other stuff. It does. And if you're wondering why that platform showed up, that was the sub-level stuff with the stages. Doing what it's supposed to. Which is after 10 seconds, we will spawn the sub-level. Let's see if I can spawn myself inside of it. And it's supposed to get rid of the sub-level 2 there. This is a count-up clock. So when I do a retry, it's supposed to get rid of those actors up there. So let me go through and make sure that that's actually happening. Oh, because it didn't get rid of that sub-level because the sub-level got loaded in with the trigger volume for the sub-level. So the problem is the trigger volume sub-level thing needs to not do that. Yeah, this BP load sub-level, load sub-level. What we should actually do is get the arena, get the level actor. Cast to the arena level, and I think there is load sub-level. Yeah, so I think that's how we should do this. Reset level false, yeah. So what that'll do is it should call load sub-level and add it to the sub-levels that are loaded. Server load sub-level. And we're going to add it. Okay, so excellent. That's what we want to do. So that load sub-level will get reset properly when we unload them. Let's make sure it works. They made Gotham by Gaslight into an animated movie? I have no idea. I know nothing. Alright, so our sub-level 2 is not loaded. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Okay, so I don't know what happened there. I think it loaded like 200 versions of the same sub-level or something like that. Well, let's just take a look at what this is actually going to do. Yeah, why is this freezing? Let's see, we need a reset. So if we do a retry, it's going to try to unload our arena test SL1. Server unload arena SL, that guy. And SL2. I didn't unload them though, there's still stuff there. We loaded 2 levels, is what it looks like. Load stream level. It loaded twice, huh? That time it didn't even do anything. Those are just, that's a sub-level. That's the thing. They're supposed to, I'm making sure assets can actually do what they're supposed to. Alright, load sub-level. Let's make sure this works. So loading, mission set to loading stage, loading sub-level, activate level, server set to stage. Stage is over victory, mission set to loading stage. Loading sub-level, SL01. Loading sub-level, arena test SL02. Retry, start. Unloading sub-level arena test. So it supposedly unloaded both of the sub-levels. Remove it, please. God damn it. So I'm not sure why it's taking so long for this thing to load that sub-level. It should be pretty near instantaneous, or at least it used to be. I don't know what changed. trying to see why are these not unloading? Like after 10 seconds, we load the streaming level. And we've got all the things. And then we do that. And that was like super quick for that to actually spawn in that time. And then Arena Test SL01 didn't get unloaded. Let me see. It's specifically this second sublevel. Load sublevel 2. Well, let's see if I can just unload it normally. So that loads it normally. Okay, so the problem is it's not actually unloading the levels in order. We have to wait for the unloads and kick off the rest of them. That's pretty stupid. So the like it's supposed to unload a sublevel, but if you call it twice, it's only going to unload the first sublevel because it's already unloading. Okay, so this needs to be a little bit more. We need to have like a load queue and an unload queue, something like that. All right. Well, I am pretty much... Alright, so I know what's going on there with the those guys. So the streaming of sublevels doesn't work. Basically, we need like an update tick that loads the sublevels or unloads the sublevels. Alright, so what we're going to need here are some other events. I guess loading really isn't the problem, it's the unloading. But we need to wait for the unload. Yeah. I just want the logical knot. There. There. So let's see if we can actually do this. And then we need another one, which is another event here, which is server load 1 level. And it's kind of silly that we don't have any sort of thing that comes off of here, so we have to use a sequence node to do this. Alright, and I need a function which is going to do things. Update sublevels, which is part of missions. Alright, so we're always going to unload sublevels before we load them. We need to call this, and alright. We'll need another thing here, which is loading sublevels. Is level loading currently. Otherwise false. Alright. So let's go to our update. Alright, so we need to do loading stage, right? So level edge action, set loading stage. Alright, so I need a is level loading currently. Okay, so it won't advance unless we're doing any sub-level loads. Sub-level loads we need to do, so this will be update loading stage. So I think what this will do is it'll set everything to unload. We'll unload everything, and then it'll set it all to. It will also set it all to load, so it will load up properly. And we're not going to block anymore, so that's fine. So let's make sure it actually loads. It's not actually loading, but at least it's doing the please wait. All right, so we're supposed to load right now. So we need to go to update loading. Alright, so why is this level operation pending? Alright, it's supposed to default to false and it defaulted to true. Ah, that's annoying. So getting closer to getting this working. Load in SL01. Loaded. Load in SL02. Loaded. And let's make sure that they unload when we are supposed to unload them. Looks like it worked.